Welcome to Bay Focus. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Well, each week we feature a minister here in the Tampa Bay area that we want you to partner with, and periodically we bring back ministries we've had over the years. New Beginnings of Tampa is one of those. We need to get updated with them. It's been a few years. Amazing what they do to help veterans, the homeless, and what they do to provide residential treatment for them, housing, job, training, you name it, they do it. And we're going to let you know some of the latest what's going on with them. However, before we do, recently Bay Focus reporter Elise Merritt attended the Steven Curtis Chapman concert, and she was there and giving us a first-hand look at this concert. What an incredible evening it was. Let's take a look.
It might not be the greatest voice that makes us stop in our tracks or whatever, but you kind of feel like a friend, just, sitting down in the car beside me, just telling me your story and encouraging me in my journey.
You have always encouraged us in our journey, Steven, and meeting you was one of the greatest joys.
What was it like, Isabella, actually meeting Steven Curtis Chapman when he spoke with you?
I could have thrown up. I was so excited. I was like, he shook my hand and everything. I was like, this is like the best day of my life.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. It's so good. I got nervous. I just said my name and that was it.
What an exhilarating experience. Now to the front rows of the concert, where we first highlight the brilliant guitar playing, blasts and ballads, and deeply meaningful lyrics of Steven Curtis Chapman. Next, for the talented Cochran and Company, who we had the blessed opportunity to bump into in the lobby right as we were leaving.
We love your music, and her mom loves your music.
You guys like from the beginning. Like I love you guys. My mom actually introduced me. Yes. I'm not even kidding. She was obsessed. Gonna die. My favorite is
From the Mahaffey Theater, Christian Television Network, and Bay Focus.
And let's have Cochran and Company sing us out with the Piano Man.
Thank you, Elise, so much for that report. What a great concert that was. Well, we're going to change directions now, and the remainder of the show, we're going to be featuring New Beginnings of Tampa, an incredible ministry that is Tampa-based. We're going to find out about more in just a moment. But you want to stay tuned throughout the show, because along with interviewing some people representing this ministry, we're going to hear the music of Charlie Gilmer today, who is a resident at New Beginnings. Wow, you're going to want to stay tuned for its incredible piano music. But I want to introduce to you the founder and president of New Beginnings of Tampa, Dr. Tom Atchison, thank you for coming back on the show.
Thank you.
You're also the pastor of the church that is connected with this ministry, New Life Church, which is open to the public, correct? Anybody
Yes,
can attend. Anybody can attend. But, and then in a few moments, we're going to hear some music too. You brought Charlie along with you today. But for our viewers that don't know, what is New Beginnings?
We are a transitional housing program. Right now, we primarily house veterans. We take them off the street, house them, get them a job, get them their disability, whatever they need, and then get them into permanent housing, and then case manage them from that point on. But we also take in homeless off the street, men and women, those that are disenfranchised, that have needs. Sometimes it's drug addiction, sometimes it's just life skills. But whatever they need, that's what we try to meet.
And then, I think one of the things that is almost really unique in what you guys do, you personalize programs. You try to do some assessment on what is needed, correct, with each individual?
Yes, we are a program, but I always say we're a ministry first, which means, yes, we have rules, regulations, things we follow, but then sometimes in ministry, you have to go outside of those guidelines, and each person is an individual, so you have to kind of tailor your program to their needs. Everybody is totally different in their needs. Some of them have addiction problems, some of them just have case management problems where they had a lot of tragedies in the past that they need to get past. A lot of them have anger issues from situations they were in. So you got to give them, shower them with love where they can overcome those things.
Yeah, I love that. I love how you really just take a moment, sit down and find out what they need. All right, we sent our Bay Focus videographer and a director as well here for the show out to your property to give us a look at. So we're going to roll this video now, and you tell us what we're seeing.
Okay. This is one of our women's houses and shelters that we use. That's inside the dorm. We have actually a emergency shelter just for homeless off the street, and then this is our transitional housing for veterans right here. We house approximately 70-some veterans at this facility right there. And we give them case management, figure out what their needs are, and here's where we have a place where they can come and do resumes for jobs and different things. That's just our facility. We just put new grass down, that's why and that's our kitchen. Very
love the flag.
Yeah, somebody donated that to us. It was beautiful, beautiful kitchen. We try to serve good meals, really important. And there's one of our veteran houses inside.
That's really well furnished.
Well, we try to make it where it's not like an institution.
Looks home.
Yeah, more like home. We want them to feel at home there and comfortable because a lot of them have been homeless for a while, and they're able to. There's the facility and one of the rooms. It's not the Taj Mahal, but it's nice. They have the laundry facilities, and there's the church, New Life Church, where we open to the public. Of course, we have several families that come, and then we have the ministry there at the church.
So they go to the church. They can go to the church even when they're residents there at New Beginnings, and then they can also get plugged in there, and then the community can come in as well.
Yes.
So it's really you cover it spiritually, and then what the physical needs are. But there are some new initiatives. You really have expanded what you do for veterans. Tell us, you guys are literally the largest contract bed facility in the country.
Yes.
So give us an update on some of the things that you're doing with veterans.
Well, we started out with like a contract with 5 veterans years ago, and now we're over 60, and we're getting ready to add another 50 very shortly. But we found one of the issues with veterans is not just that they need housing. The veterans need case management. That when they leave our program and they get an apartment, we find that they need programs then too, and we're working on trying to help cover that also. When they get into an apartment, they're by themselves sometimes, and so we're trying to have case management to go out to them and make sure that they keep on track with what they're doing. So we kind of try to go from all the way from the street, picking them up, whatever we got to do, housing them, getting them in shape, whatever they need, their housing voucher, and then getting them into an apartment, and then getting them case managed. And of course, one of the biggest factors, which is the biggest challenge of all, is getting them to know God.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them come in with tremendous hurts, tremendous negativity. They're mad at the government. They're mad at the world. They're mad at everybody. And you got to in a short period of time, you got to turn that around. And the only real cure for that is love and showing them spirituality and getting something to fill that empty space. So that's the biggest challenge.
Well, you're doing some things too. You're doing something in Plant City, and then you're partnering with the St. Michael's Homeless Veteran Outreach Center and Day Shelter. Tell us about what's going on in Plant City in this partnership.
All right. In Plant City, we're opening up a 50-bed emergency shelter for veterans. There are a lot of veterans out there on the street right now. They have no place to go. They are just living out there homeless. So that's going to be an emergency shelter to pull these veterans off the street. Believe it or not, in Plant City, there's a lot of homeless veterans right there.
Wow, you wouldn't think that, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of them don't get counted because they're kind of hidden from view, or they're out in the woods, different things. But the St. Michael's Center that we're opening, that is going to be a day center where veterans on the street can come in, or even veterans that are in our program that are getting ready to go to an apartment. They can come in and get clothes. They can get a shower. They can get food. They can get some counseling. We'll have counselors there that will help to direct them. A lot of them, they don't know where to go. A lot of them on the street have VA benefits that can really benefit them. They don't even know they have them, and they don't know how to apply. So part of that is getting them situated, getting their benefits going, and then also being able to help them get housing and everything. So that the St. Michael's Center we're opening, we're doing it. We were hoping we were going to get funding from the city, but they didn't fund us. So we're getting private funding. Wow. We're getting some funding from some private funders and veteran organizations that want to help us out.
This is so much expansion since I've had you on the show last.
Yes.
It's unbelievable, these doors that have opened, and you're also working in with, you are the largest reentry program in the Tampa Bay area. We don't have a lot of time to go into that, but if you can give us just a snapshot of that, because you're working with all kinds of, with prisons, the court system. Yeah,
we have actually with Pinellas County, we have a reentry program where a jail prevention program where they get out of jail, instead of the judge sentencing them to so many more months in jail or just on probation, which they'll probably violate. We have in Pinellas County, the judges will put them into our program where we can monitor them, help them get a job, help them get back out on the street to keep their retention rate up instead of them going back to prison. So we're working with Pinellas County on that. And then we also have a program with the GEO private prison system where they come out of prison, instead of where the normal prison system, they get out of prison, they have nothing. They have no relatives, they have nobody to go to, so they end up going back to prison. Where the GEO program is sending them to our program. They're helping to fund 2 or 3 months of their program fees and food and everything. And then our job is to get them a job, get them into the community, and the retention rate goes way up. Yeah, well, let me tell you, this sounds like you have to have an army of people to help you with all of this. I mean, I know you have staff, but also volunteers that work with you as well, I'm sure. Yes, we love to have former veterans. I mean, not former veterans, but people who've been in the military. We like to have veterans come and volunteer their time just to come and say hey to the other veterans and talk to them and talk about, the love of God and touch them with their problems. So we definitely need volunteers to do that. We never have enough. Okay. We're going to talk with you a little bit more in the show and we're going to, in just a few moments, talk with Charlie Gilmer, who we're about to hear do a song right now, and to give us a firsthand look at what it's like to work side by side with you. And as promised, you're going to really enjoy this beautiful piano music today. And Charlie is going to do the song, Amazing Grace.
Well, you are enjoying the music today of Charlie Gilmer, who is connected with New Beginnings of Tampa Ministry. He is a professional pianist and instructor, Shenandoah Conservatory graduate. Charlie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to say right off the bat that he teaches piano, is available for all kinds of events, restaurants, parties, weddings. He does studio work. If you need a quality musician, Charlie's your guy. But Charlie, tell us how you went through some stuff during the pandemic, had a solid career in music, and you encountered New Beginnings of Tampa and their church, New Life Church. But how did that happen, and what did you go through at that point to get connected with them?
Well, to say the least, the COVID-19 pandemic really did throw me for a loop, as it did for a lot of people. And I ended up, well, I had money at first, but I didn't know what to expect of how to use it. I ended up broke. But the good news was, even though I had been on the streets for a short period of time, a member of the New Beginnings, the New Life Church, where Pastor Tom does his thing, saw me playing at a cafe called Trinity Cafe, where they do feed the homeless and the needy. Yeah. And he brought me to the church. He brought me to the office, and we talked about some of the things that he wanted to do with me, with the praise team. And he, to my surprise and my delight, he got me into the New Beginnings mission. I was so glad. I didn't care what it was. I had a roof on my head. Yeah. And to fast forward of the whole thing, he graduated me to a room over the apartment, over the second floor of the church. So now I live there, I teach piano there, and I play at the church.
Wow, full circle. And Charlie, I want to talk about this for a second. That during the pandemic, it was such a difficult time, and for people that were in the arts and entertainment fields, music, actors, writers, anything, everything stopped. Everything just stopped. People weren't gathering. You weren't having, dramas, plays. People weren't going to restaurants publicly. This was a tough time for musicians, and you experienced that. What has it been like to have God make a way for you during that time, after you had a thriving career, to all of a sudden lose everything? What's been your experience at New Beginnings? Give us a little bit of it. You've been from the inside. You've met the people. You've lived with them, worked with them. What's that been like for you, and what would you recommend for people watching?
Well, the long and the short is, if God gives you a talent, no one or no mandates can take that away. Despite how much I really hated wearing masks at the time. Yeah. And as you say, there was a lot of paranoia going on about the pandemic. People didn't know what it was, and so if you sing, you carry germs, or if you get too close to the piano players, you might get COVID or something. And I, you know what? We're all in this together, and I say that in the spiritual sense. If we walk with Christ, He's going to bring you to the places. He's going to take care of you. Yeah, He's going to
and you went through all of that.
Regardless of, and to answer your question about the people that I've met at New Beginnings, well, let me tell you, there's some good people, and there are some that sometimes you just, they're fighting the battles, but you also know that Jesus says to love your enemies, but He says that for a reason, because everyone's not going to be your friend. And so you kind of have to ignore them. If someone says something really raunchy or smart or gets on you about snoring, you just have to kind of be the better person and just walk it off. And
okay, so you're telling me, Pat and Pastor Tom, I'm going to let you jump in here, that he's there at New Beginnings. There are people that are a work in progress, and everybody's at different points, and you also have to get everybody to work together and to live together, and they're all at different points in their recovery. And correct.
Some people are hard to love, but you got to love them anyway.
Yeah,
they come in with a lot of baggage, a lot of them with drug addictions. The drug addictions, even when they stop with the drugs, a lot of them, they still have that scamming nature, and so there's a lot to deal with. Some of them come in and they change right away. Others, it's a slow work in progress.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what you're there for. You're there to get people to where they need to be, and that, I mean, this is hard work. All right, so what then would you say are some when you think of the breadth of everything that you're doing with New Beginnings? And stay tuned to because we're going to release Charlie in just a moment to do one more song for us. But what would you say would be what your greatest needs are, and how our viewers can assist on that?
Counseling, one-on-one,
Yeah.
volunteers that'll come in and just take one of the homeless people to McDonald's and buy them a cheeseburger, where it shows that somebody cares. I mean, it's one thing for me to show that I care, but I'm the pastor, and of course they think I have to do. But when somebody comes in that doesn't need to, that takes of their own time and does that, it sometimes means more than all the sermons I could preach. It's just taking somebody and spending a few minutes with them. It means more than all that I could do. And so, yeah, just spending time with some of these homeless people, because some of them, they need a lot of counseling. They need a lot of help. And I don't mean it doesn't have to be professional counseling. It can be just talking to them about sports, talking to them about the weather, just being a friend with them.
Well, and you're also working so much with veterans. That's a whole nother set of issues.
A lot of them, they come in feeling very entitled. I'm a vet, I should get everything for free, and we have to say, thank you for your service. Now let's get to work. We have to kind of get their mindset different. So there's a lot of challenges there, a lot of challenges to meet, and we try to meet that challenge. We don't always do it. The VA thinks we do. Our percentage of vets that come in our program and get housing is extremely high, one of the highest in the nation as far as success rates go. But that's a real challenge to get them from ground zero to transitional, to get them into their own place, becoming a productive citizen.
Yeah. And then you also have to get them to the point that some of them are dealing with deep issues like PTSD, et cetera.
Yes.
All right, we're going to release. We are going to release Charlie right now to go do another song for us. And boy, I love this song. One of my absolute favorite worship songs that's out there. And here's Charlie Gilmer playing the piano again for us once again. Heart of Worship. Thank you so much, Charlie. What a beautiful, beautiful song. I know you've enjoyed the music in today's program. I want to thank you for tuning in today. I hope you'll support New Beginnings of Tampa. Wow, what an incredible organization, what they're doing, so broad-based and such a need that they fill. And for God's glory, I mean, they are definitely a light in this community for the gospel. And also want to thank Elise Merritt for being out and covering the Steven Curtis Chapman, along with our other CTN staffers, Isabella and Rachel, that were with her. What a great night they had out covering that. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you'll do it each week. Connect with me, please, on social media. Email me. We want to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in this week. We will see you next week. May God richly bless you.